2023, a year where I took the lessons that I learned in the previous 3 years, decided to enjoy my life, and I did. Hello! Hi my friends, and welcome to the final video of 2023. We are doing a little New Year's reset video, which I'm so excited for. If you're new, hi, I'm Cassie. I live in New York City. I make vlogs. I'm a barista. I just got off work. And welcome to this kind of extended yearly / monthly reset video. I've been doing monthly reset videos at the beginning of every month since March. I love it. I use Notion to set goals and intentions, and they're usually pretty bite-sized, and it's all kind of just about taking stock and figuring out what I want the next month to look like. I think setting yearly goals is good too, and we're gonna do a little bit of that in this video. But a year is just so much time that it can feel really daunting to think about what's gonna happen in a year. I feel like life changes so fast. When I think back on a year ago and I was looking at some of my goals that I set, I was like, wow, some of these don't even apply. We'll get into all that later. Every one of these videos looks a little bit different just depending on what I wanna get done. And this one's just gonna probably be a little longer because of my yearly stuff, although I'll try not to make it too long. Happy to have you. Excited to welcome a new year. I've been feeling kind of daunted by it. I saw something on like a mental health page that I follow recently that said to think of this year as merging onto the freeway. Instead of everything happening all at once, it's like you're slowly getting into something new, maybe. That idea and visual really helped me out. Anyways, some things I want to get done today. I just went grocery shopping, so we're gonna do a little grocery haul. I want to change my sheets. I want to clean my room a little bit, get changed, and then we'll do some goal and intention setting. Let's start off with Cassie's Whole Foods haul. Crazy, I know. I was just at home for the last week and a half and I ate so many good fruits and vegetables, and Trader Joe's just doesn't have that kind of produce. So I went to Whole Foods and hopefully it's good. I want to make a little veggie dip, so I got some vegetables for that, and honestly just random stuff. I didn't make a list. I just got back to New York a couple days ago. I just needed to get some standard stuff. Barbecue chicken pizza, some tortilla chips, late July sea salt and lime chips, mac and cheese, Cajun sausage, pineapple mango salsa. This just sounded yummy and fun. When I first got to New York, grocery shopping was stressful for me. I shopped at Whole Foods a lot, but then it got too expensive, so then I decided to mostly shop at Trader Joe's. But Whole Foods shopping was so stressful that I would always get myself a little drink as a treat. And today's Whole Foods treat is the Peach Paradise kombucha. Green beans, golden berries, sugar snap peas, shell pasta, garbanzo beans, baby carrots, bell pepper, and 3 avocados. It was 3 for $5, so I figured I would get 3. There you have it. Super simple, just needed to get some basics. Welcome to New York, welcome to the reset video, and I'm excited to start a new year together. I'm gonna put my groceries away, now we'll talk some more. Something very dramatic happened in the 10 days I was away. I closed my door because my roommate has a cat. Our radiators turned on while I was gone. They must be steam radiators. When my roommate Mel got home, the day that I was getting home, our apartment was really hot. So she came into my room to open my window so it wouldn't be crazy hot when I got home. Every surface of my room was covered in water, condensation. Ceiling was dripping water. The watercolors that I have on my wall were dripping down onto my bed. My shelf that I have next to my bed does look a little warped at the bottom, and the floor still, even though I've mopped it since then, still feels like sticky. Also, my salt lamp kind of melted. It was just like my curtain fell down, I had to put it back up, and everything on my wall just looks a little wrinkly. I don't know if you can tell 100%, but that does kind of scare me. I'm like a little afraid now of mold growing or something weird like that happening, but I don't really know how to check for that kind of thing. Things seem dry now. I just changed my sheets. I'm about to do another good clean down, so I'm gonna wipe down my nights, wipe this down, wipe some of the salt up that I didn't get in my initial sweep through, and I'm gonna re-sweep and mop my floor and hope that that helps. helps. It doesn't seem like anything was crazy damaged. The thing I'm worried about is my film camera, but I won't be able to tell until I like go to get photos developed. Yeah, New York City, baby. Let's clean. I'm listening to the Arctic Monkeys. Okay everyone, buckle in because we have a lot of reflecting and planning and goal setting and intention setting to do. I've lit some incense in my cute little incense thingy. Hopefully the smoke doesn't waft in front of you too much. I poured myself a glass of water. I think I'm a little dehydrated and I think I have been since I got back to New York, so I wanted to set myself up for success in this way. I cleaned my floors, but I honestly had to get down on my hands and knees. That wasn't something I really needed to film. I also made my veggie dip because I had to charge my battery. If you have never watched my reset videos before, I use Notion, which you'll see shortly. Notion is a website that's kind of like bullet journaling. It's very customizable. I've crafted my own thing by watching a lot of other people's videos and just like messing around with it. It's just really something pretty malleable that you can use to work for you. I keep mine very simple, and mostly I honestly just use it for these intention pages that you are about to see. Let's start by reviewing just the month of December, and then we'll talk 2023 as a whole. Also, the video's timestamped, so if you want to click around, feel free. December 2023. It always feels like holiday season ends so fast and then you're like, oh, we're not in festive times anymore. So let's go through this and see how I did. To keep, yes, I read a ton. I read like 5 books while I was at home in Washington. I'm rereading Core Thorns and Roses now. I'm thriving. I've definitely kept a consistent yoga practice. Definitely not every day, but I wrote the word consistent to give myself some grace. I honestly don't think it is helpful for me to assign myself something to do every single day. It gives me a lot of mental stress. And along that note, I really fell off of this thing. I would say creative exploration still happened through Vlogmas. I vlogged every day leading up to Christmas. I did not keep up with the Artist Way tasks. I think this is something I need to dive into at a less busy time of year. Keep taking care of myself. I think I did this pretty well. I was at home for a solid chunk of December, so my parents took care of me while I was there, which was great. I felt pretty good this December. To add Vlogmas, hell yeah, you can go watch it. It's just fun. That was my 11th year doing it, and it's always a blast. Dinner parties with my friends. We did not do this. We started to plan one, but then everybody's schedule was so busy leading up to the holidays that we just decided to make it a next year thing. So in January, I'm hoping that that will come to fruition. Family time in the Pacific Northwest, yes. To let go of buying stuff just for the dopamine hit. I got better at this as time went on. At the beginning of the month, I really was high off of getting paid more at my job because I got promoted a couple months ago, and now I have a good sense of like how much extra money I have. It's Christmas. You're being advertised so much stuff. And 2023, we're letting her go, thanking her with gratitude for what she was, and we'll dive into more of that in a sec. Themes, unfiltered creativity. I think Vlogmas was a really creative time for me. Gratitude for a year well spent. Yes, I'm very grateful for this year. I have a lot to say about 2023. I feel like I'm teasing you, but we'll get to it soon. Cozy time spent with people I love. Yes, I do feel like I got pretty cozy this month and leaned into winter's arrival. The solstice was on the 21st. And that always feels good when you lean into the seasons. Everyday Ecstasy. I didn't actually finish it, but I read at the beginning of this month part of a book called The Art of Everyday Ecstasy that was just, from my impression, kind of about making love with life. Accepting life as your partner and finding the beauty and joy in it, and then the everyday mundane things. I think that childlike wonder is something that I do well and that I want to continue doing because I think it really helps me and my mental health, that kind of mindset. Turning inward, oh boy. Whenever I go back to the Pacific Northwest, I feel like I am existing as so many different versions of myself, and I talked about this a little in that last Vlogmas video, but I just get so reflective and feel like I'm shifting between worlds, learning things about myself, and it's just all very self-exploration heavy. Definitely turned inward. My goals this month were to have fun with Vlogmas. Yes. I did not have a dinner party, but that's okay. I read, I think, 6 books this month. I've reflected on 2023 a bit, and we're gonna do a little bit more. We're about to set intentions and dreams for 2024, and everyone, I got monetized. This has been a goal that I have been working towards this whole year. In order to be monetized on YouTube, you need at least 1,000 subscribers, which I already had at the start of the year, and 4,000 hours worth of watch time in a 365-day period. And then you are able to make money off of the ads that YouTube is already putting on your videos. I've been trying to reach that hour goal since the beginning of the year. I've actually been tracking my analytics every month, and at the beginning of the year, I think I had 700 hours. It was a very steady incline at first. I think in January I gained like 5 hours of watch time, and as time has gone on, engagement with my videos has increased, and I've posted a lot more and more consistently, gotten better at my art, and it's just been a big goal of mine to like see what happens if I put my heart and soul into YouTube this year. And by no means am I about to like pay my rent with YouTube. That's definitely a goal that I have for 2024, but I think I got monetized on Christmas Day, so 5 days ago, and I've made $4. Like, you don't get paid until you make 100, but it's still really cool, and it's a goal I've been working towards, and I'm really proud of myself that it came true. So this is the first monthly reset video where I'm actually checking that off. Boom, I did it. That was December, everyone. Leaving it on a good note, and I'm excited to talk through 2023. So let's take a look at the goals that I set last year. So when I started this, I hadn't started doing my reset videos, so I've actually never talked through this on camera, but I'm just gonna show you the things that I sat down myself last year, the goals and intentions that I set for 2023. I have this separated into 2 different categories. I have goals for the year, and then I also have a bucket list, and that was just kind of like a few fun things that I wanted to do. And then I also wrote a letter to myself, which I've already read. I read it and I literally cried. I was so good at writing a letter to myself, and I'm honestly nervous that the one I write this year isn't gonna be as good, but I was in a very dark place the 3 years prior to this. 2020 was COVID and was hard for a myriad of reasons surrounding that and not surrounding that. 2021, I graduated college into a global pandemic, had no idea what I was gonna do, then decided to move to New York City in the fall, which was a good decision, but very hard, and my mental health got the absolute worst it has ever been for a while. 2022 was a little bit better, but I still felt so lost, empty, like I didn't know who I was or why I was here. Last fall, I was in LA, and I spent a lot of time by myself and a lot of time journaling and reflecting and turning inward and being like, okay, something has to change. Like, I can't keep living the way I've been living. To no fault of mine, like, I was so overwhelmed by adulthood and working full-time and being out of school. It was all very shocking to me. I talked about it last year in 2022 year-end video that I made. But going into this year, I really was determined to reach after things and work hard and create, nourish my friendships and myself. And I honestly feel like I did that. I went all in on YouTube, made so many new friends. I started a new job, which was stressful, but now is working out really great for my lifestyle at the moment. I moved into this new apartment. I live with a friend. My life just feels so much more full and joyful than it has in years and maybe ever. Let's go into some of the more specific things I wrote down at the beginning. Start with goals. My very ambitious goal was to surpass 17,000 subscribers on YouTube. I have 2,000. Good for me for aiming for the stars. Get monetized on YouTube. I checked off earlier this week. Start making money from social media. I have not done this yet, but I feel like this is what's gonna be coming for 2024. Go to events. I really just wanted to feel more entrenched in some kind of social life this year. I went to parties, I went to concerts, I just did a lot more stuff. I also organized a lot more stuff. It was a really fun year. Diversify my income. I guess not right this second, but For a solid amount of this year, I was teaching theater classes, and now YouTube is incoming as an income source. So that's pretty cool. Like I said, some of these things don't really apply to me anymore. I got a BFA in acting. It's like a partial reason why I moved to New York City, although the primary reason, I always wanted to live in a big city, and the opportunity presented itself in a way that made sense for me at the time. I beat myself up a lot at first for not pursuing acting because I was so overwhelmed with everything else and figuring out actual life. And then over time, I realized it was just an identity that I needed to release for right now, because it was something that was really tied to me for so long, and I love acting and I hope I'll return to it. I kind of needed to see who I am outside of that. I did act on stage. I did a little sketch comedy show in February, which I vlogged. After that, I was like, you know what? Auditioning all the time sucks. All you're doing is asking for permission to be creative and not actually getting to be creative, and I didn't want that. I was like, okay, I gave it my all and it's not making me happy. So I released it and I've felt great ever since I resolved that within myself. So go me. Life. Live somewhere with natural light and a friend. So my first apartment in New York City was depressing as hell. I didn't have a window that got natural light. I lived with someone I didn't really live well with. It was terrible. It made my mental health bad and it wasn't a fun place to live. So honestly, one of my hugest goals this year, and I wrote this in my little letter to myself, was just to move somewhere with a window where I get sunlight and live with someone I liked. And I did that. Travel and explore 3 new places. I really didn't do a lot of traveling this year, which is something that I do want to do in 2024. Make new friends and deepen existing friendships. I feel like I made a lot of new friends this year, and I also had some friends move to the city. Just really spent a lot of time with my friends that are here, refine my style, and have fun with my appearance again. I think I've done this year, which makes me really happy. I've been growing my hair out. I just did this week, but I have these little pink ends right now, which is kind of fun. But I've just been having more fun with my outfits. I do my makeup every day now, and it's all very simple and it's nothing crazy. It makes me happy and it makes me feel more confident and like myself. Exercise or walk or stretch every day. I checked this off because I walk everywhere in New York City. And obviously I didn't do this every single day. Movement was a huge priority for me this year and something that is a much more of a routine than it ever was before. I checked that off, and yes, I read 46 books. Okay, I feel like I'm getting so long-winded. That was 2023 goals. Bucket list we'll whip through. I went to a concert. I did not see the ballet. I need to see the Nutcracker in 2024. See 5 Broadway shows. My boyfriend Henry and I walked Manhattan top to bottom on Valentine's Day. We had a lot of fun. I vlogged it if you want to check it out. I did not go dancing to oldies music. I want to do this in the new year. And I rode a city bus many times. So go me. 2023. A year where I took the lessons that I learned in the previous 3 years, decided to enjoy my life, and I did. And I'm excited to maintain that for 2024. So I just recorded this next whole clip without pushing record on my laptop. I'm gonna figure it out with the editing, but we'll get back to the other setup in January. I wrote 2024 dreams because I just like that verbiage better than resolutions. It's just more fun to dream than to resolve. I'm moving forward. I'm not wrapping anything up. I really think life is gonna change a lot this year, like it does every year. I like the monthly intention setting better, but I do want to set a couple things that I can look back on next year and be like, wow, yay, good for me. So surpass, I'm gonna shoot a little lower, 10,000 subscribers, get health insurance, no stress allowed. I turn 26 this coming year in August. I'm a little stressed, but I think it's all gonna be fine. I just need to start doing research. Pay my rent with YouTube. That would be sick. I think I can do it. Make over $5,000 in 1 month after tax. I'm a barista. I manage a coffee shop. That's what makes me my money. So that's like career, sure. I'm trying to make a pivot and I'm trying to work on my dreams and make a change and make money from my art. So hopefully it's something that starts to become reality this year. For life, I want to eviscerate my back pain. I just don't want to live in pain anymore, and I need to go to the doctor and just figure out what's going on. It started as lower back pain, now it's upper back pain. Something's wrong, and I need to figure out what it is so that I'm not in pain anymore. I'm only 25. I'm too young to be dealing with that kind of stuff. Next, we have to renew my lease. This one is kind of a specific goal, but I have a lot of anxiety that they're gonna raise our rent a crazy amount. If all goes well, we will renew our lease and get to stay here one more year. Moving in New York City is so expensive. Like, you will spend minimum $4,000 just on moving costs. And I've just now started to be able to save money after doing that process earlier this year. So I'm hoping that I don't have to do it again. And that is that. Read 42 books. I read 46 this year. A number of them were plays, but a number of them were pretty long books. 42 felt like a good number. I'm not gonna explain myself. Keep up the good work. The biggest thing I want to do this year is to maintain. I spent this year getting a lot of great habits in place. Social habits, healthy habits. I eat a vegetable every day. I exercise most days. I started running this year. A lot of good mental habits as well. Rather than throwing a bunch of new stuff at myself, I really just want to keep building on what I've started because I'm proud of myself and I'm feeling really aligned in like where life is right now, which feels really good. And it's the first time, again, that I have felt this way in a long ass time. So good for me. Go on a vacation, like an actual vacation. I go back to visit my family twice a year, at least I try to, in Washington, which is a vacation in that I'm like not at work and I get to relax and it's great. But this year I want to like travel to a place and see something. I love to travel. I didn't really do that this year, so I'm hoping for that in 2024. Practice a new hobby. Don't know what that hobby will be, but I want to try something new this year. That's it. Those are our goals for 2024. I feel like I can do that. Let's go over to my 2024 bucket list. Again, I just have a few things to write in this category. I really want to host a fairy party where all my friends and I dress like fairies and eat dessert. I want to get a tattoo, see the Nutcracker. I want to take an in-person yoga class, run an official race. I want to like go get a number, have my friends cheer me on and run a distance and have it be like an event. I want to have dinner parties and that's my bucket list. I think achievable. I think it's gonna be a fun year. I'm looking forward to it. And then I'm gonna write a letter to myself, but that'll be from my eyes only. Let's get a little closer to now and just talk January. Welcome to January. Things I want to keep. Fairyland mentality. I love fairies. And over these last few months of darkness, I've kind of become obsessed with making things feel like we're in fairyland. I bought a fairy calendar for 2024 that's gonna go on my wall. My pink hair. Generally, like keeping things light, airy, fun. What would life feel like if I was in fairyland? What's the whimsical appeal? And I'm trying to bring that into my life. I want to keep quality time with my boyfriend Henry. He's about to do a play where he's going to be quite busy. So I want to maintain some good quality time together before that happens. Reaching out and making plans with friends. Self-explanatory, consistent uploads to YouTube. I probably won't upload twice this first week of January, but then I want to get back in the swing of things and just keep them coming, baby. To add, yoga with Adrienne, flow journey. Every January, yoga with Adrienne does like a 30-day video every day, and she's doing another one and I want to do it. More intentional eating. I've been sticking to the basics. I really want to, yeah, be more intentional with what I'm eating. Diversify my fruits and vegetables that I'm eating and just really think about what's going in my body. And then I think I need a good nighttime routine, which usually when I feel like I have a good routine consists of yoga, dim my lights. I have a salt lamp that I turn on and then I read before I sleep. Usually sets me up for a less anxious evening. That's what I want to add to let go of 2023, not 2032. It's over, it's done, thank you and goodbye. As well as pressure on the year ahead. Because I feel like this year went really well in terms of how my goals and everything went. I started earlier this week when I was thinking about filming this video to feel this pressure, this internal pressure to make something big and amazing happen this coming year. But I don't think that's a helpful way to approach a year. Again, the word maintain is like big for me. I just want to keep it up, be proud of myself for showing up every day and for being alive, because that's hard. Goals this month. This is the first time Get Monetized isn't still on here, baby. We've got a blank slate. I want to have a dinner party with my pals. I think it would be fun, and I want to make lasagna. I think I want to do some photography. Crafternoon. My friends Kai, Destiny, and I did Crafternoon a couple times over the summer. We just literally sit and craft and girl talk, and it's awesome. We usually eat snacks and drink delicious stuff. I want to read the Crescent City series. I guess there's a new book coming out. I haven't read the first 2 books, but book 3 comes out at the end of January. So I want to read book 1 and 2 so that I'm ready when the new one comes out. Do yoga with Adrian's yoga journey. That's what we're gonna get done in January. Themes is a place where I just write the vibe basically of the month. Convene with my people. Honoring relationships. Keeping hats. Breathing. Allowing. And loose leaf tea. Just this general attitude of allowing things to come and allowing life to unfold, doing my part, which is to keep up my habits and doing things that I love and enjoy. And that's January. The goal setting has come to an end. The incense is just about burned down to the bottom, so that was very well timed. And my radiator is starting to hiss. I want to wish you all a very happy new year. I'm excited to see what this year is going to bring, and above all, I just want it to be filled with joy. It's easy to set a lot of pressure on ourselves in life, and I think it's a good thing to have goals and dreams and things that you're working towards. It feels good to progress as a human and to grow, but also being alive is hard. Giving yourself grace to just be like, I'm here and I'm showing up every day. I want both of those to exist for me in 2024. Let me know what you're trying to usher in this year, whether it be a goal, an intention, or a feeling that you want to have. I can't wait to see you again soon. My radiator's really hissing now. Please go do something that makes you happy today. You deserve it. Today and every day. Sending you lots of love as always. Thank you for being you, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.